What if the only thing standing between you and your full potential is the way you think about failure? Picture this: you're staring at a blank page, a blank canvas, or a massive challenge at work. You feel stuck. Not because you lack talent, but because somewhere deep down, a voice is whispering, "You're just not cut out for this." But what if that voice is wrong? What if success isn't about being naturally gifted, but about how you respond when things don't come easily? In the next few minutes, we're diving into the mindset shift that can change how you learn, grow, and tackle every challenge in your life. If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or held back by self-doubt, stick around. This could flip your perspective completely. If you've ever felt like you're not smart enough, talented enough, or just not naturally good at something, you're not alone. We've all had moments where we've doubted our abilities. But what if the real problem isn't a lack of talent, it's the belief that talent is fixed in the first place? That's where the idea of a growth mindset comes in. Coined by psychologist Dweck, the term growth mindset refers to the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, where people believe their qualities are set in stone and success depends mostly on innate ability. Embracing a growth mindset doesn't just make you feel better about failure, it actually changes how you respond to challenges, learn from feedback, and push yourself. And it can make a real difference in your personal growth, career, relationships, and sense of self. Let's break it down and look at how adopting a growth mindset can help you unlock your full potential. To start, it helps to understand the difference between the two mindsets. A fixed mindset sounds like this: I'm just not good at math. I'll never be a leader. I wasn't born creative. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges because they fear failure. Give up easily when faced with obstacles. See effort as a sign of weakness. Ignore useful feedback. Feel threatened by others' success. A growth mindset, on the other hand, sounds more like, I'm not good at this yet, but I can get better. This is tough, but I'll figure it out. What can I learn from this mistake? People with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges. Keep going even when things get hard. See effort as a path to mastery. Learn from criticism and feedback. Find inspiration in others' achievements. The key point is that a growth mindset isn't just about being positive, it's about believing in the power of effort, learning, and perseverance. Your mindset shapes your behavior, which means it directly affects your results. Think about learning a new skill, like public speaking, playing guitar, or coding. If you believe your ability is fixed, you might try it once, struggle, and conclude, I'm just not cut out for this. But with a growth mindset, you recognize that struggling is part of learning. You keep at it. You seek out tips, practice deliberately, and eventually improve. The same principle applies to nearly every area of life: relationships, school, sports, leadership, health, and career. People who believe they can grow tend to work harder, take smarter risks, and bounce back stronger. They're not immune to setbacks, they just don't see those setbacks as permanent. There's real science behind this, too. Studies in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt, support the growth mindset. Our brains are more flexible than we once thought. When you practice something, your brain forms new neural connections. Over time, these pathways strengthen. That's how you get better at something. Talent plays a role, but effort and practice matter more than we often give them credit for. This doesn't mean everyone can become a world-class athlete or concert pianist just by trying hard. But it does mean that most of us can get a lot better at the things we care about if we're willing to put in the work and stay open to learning. It's easy to say adopt a growth mindset, but putting it into practice takes self-awareness and effort. Here are some common habits and beliefs that can get in the way. 1. Fear of failure. Many of us were taught directly or indirectly that failure is bad. Maybe you were praised for being smart or talented, and now you're afraid that struggling will prove you're not. This creates pressure to perform instead of learn. Redefine failure. Instead of seeing it as a verdict, treat it as feedback. Ask, what can I learn from this? That shift alone can change how you handle setbacks. 2. Needing instant results. We live in a culture of quick wins and overnight success stories. But real growth takes time. Focus on progress, not perfection. Track your improvement. Celebrate small wins. Remind yourself that mastery is a process. 3. Negative self-talk. I'll never get this. This is too hard. I'm not smart enough. These thoughts don't help, they just reinforce a fixed mindset. Catch yourself in the act and reframe the thought. Try, this is hard because I'm learning, or I haven't figured this out yet. That one word, yet, can be powerful. 4. Comparing yourself to others. It's tempting to look at people who are better than you and feel discouraged. But comparison often leads to judgment, not motivation. Use others as inspiration, not benchmarks. Ask what you can learn from them instead of seeing them as a threat. Developing a growth mindset isn't about flipping a switch. It's a practice. Here are a few ways to build and strengthen yours. 1. Reflect on your mindset. Start by noticing your thoughts. How do you talk to yourself when you make a mistake? When something's hard? When someone else succeeds? Catch those fixed mindset moments and consciously shift them. 2. Focus on the process. Effort, strategy, and progress matter more than the final result. Praise yourself and others for persistence in learning, not just outcomes. For example, instead of saying, "You're so smart," say, "You worked really hard on that," or "It's clear you've been practicing." 3. Embrace challenges. Don't avoid hard things. Seek them out. Whether it's learning a new language or speaking up in meetings, doing difficult things trains your brain to grow. 4. Learn from criticism. It's not always fun to hear feedback, but it's one of the best ways to improve. Instead of taking it personally, look for the useful insight. Ask yourself, what can I take from this to do better next time? 5. Keep a learning journal. A simple way to reinforce a growth mindset is to track what you're learning. At the end of each day or week, write down what you struggled with, what you learned, what you want to improve. This helps you see growth over time and reminds you that learning is ongoing. The benefits of a growth mindset show up in every area of life. Here are a few examples. In education, students who believe they can improve tend to put in more effort and perform better. Teachers who encourage a growth mindset can change the trajectory of a student's confidence and performance. At work, a growth mindset leads to better problem solving, adaptability, and leadership. It also fosters a healthier team culture, one where people aren't afraid to ask questions, take risks, or admit mistakes. In relationships, viewing people, including yourself, as capable of growth helps you approach conflict with curiosity instead of blame. It encourages empathy, patience, and better communication. In personal development, want to become more confident, healthier, more creative? A growth mindset helps you stick with new habits, take on challenges, and enjoy the process of becoming better, not just the result. In conclusion, embracing a growth mindset doesn't mean pretending you're perfect or never feeling discouraged. It means accepting that who you are today isn't the limit of who you can be tomorrow. It means showing up, doing the work, and believing in your capacity to grow even when it's hard. No one has a pure growth mindset all the time. We all have areas where fixed beliefs creep in. The key is to recognize them, question them, and gently shift toward a mindset that supports learning and resilience. You don't have to be born with it. You can build it. And when you do, you'll be surprised by just how much you're capable of. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.